here yesterday. He's like, here's a part of my popcorn. But but the truth is that, you know, everyone, like, my cousin that we're working to get going, it was
Mhm.
just they now see the big picture. So it's just a way for people in person. I feel they just get to see the big picture.
Mhm.
And Nicole, her background fit right in, like, because she comes from kind of that corporate background, and her husband came, which was a big deal. It was funny. I'm like, they got to see men and women because they're so used to me with just women.
Yeah.
And so it just when I tell you it was beyond what we expected for our first time.
Mhm.
But now all eyes, as so many people are like, well, why didn't you invite me? Well, why didn't you invite me? So, and I know Elizabeth's on today, but the Maryland group is only an hour and a half away, and next time, hopefully, we can do the North and the South. But
Sure.
there's a lot of potential in that area.
Mhm.
In this area, I'm still here.
Yeah. Um, uh, you guys, that is so good to hear. Like, honestly, I know there's been a lot of accumulation, so like movement getting to this point where we've got everybody working together in that area, especially the south part of Jersey, a little bit into Philly. So, I love hearing it because for me, it's just something I wanted to see come together forever. I'm so grateful for Linda McCormick flying in. She's such a powerhouse speaker. Like everything that she shares just turns to gold, I feel like, because everything she talks about makes sense. Guys, her background is so extensive. I mean, it's wild. Like she worked in big pharma. She literally developed, I could go on. I had a whole moment. She doesn't know this, but I had to introduce her in Dallas. And I literally was like pacing back and forth on the side of the room because I wanted to introduce her appropriately. Have you guys ever had that like that feeling, like that anticipation of like if I don't introduce this person appropriately, like it's like going to be unfair, right? Do you know what I mean? Because of how much expertise she has in the field. And George is like, "What's wrong with you? Introduce and interview people all the time." I'm like, "I know, but Linda is just so amazing and so beautiful and she is incredible scientist. She's so smart and intelligent. And if I don't get this right, I don't think people are going to feel that. They're not going to know the value of what's standing in front of them." So, anyways, Samson afterwards, he's like, "Wow, really good job." I'm like, "Oh, good. Okay." It was good. I wanted to make sure in Dallas, guys were there, but that she at that workspace event that she was introduced appropriately. And so you guys, such a blessing to be able to have her working that area with you as well. And you guys are such rock stars, like all of you guys coming together and making it happen. That's what leaders do. They go first, right? They say, okay, well, maybe we don't have a huge enough group in this area yet, but it doesn't matter. We're going to do it anyways, right? And that's how you build. That's how you grow out an area. Raise your hand if you're in a city where you feel like it's you're the one. There's not like a huge leader there hosting events, doing events, things like that. Okay. It's you. Tag, you're it. You're the leader. You get to be that one. Okay. And you get to use all the resources and the tools. And even if you started out like BJ, where all she did was share videos, she did it. She did it, you guys. So, you guys, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the 5 key things that you need today to start incorporating so that you can feel like you're that leader, you're that person doing it. Okay. Okay. I can see 2 more that want to share it. So let's start with Caroline. Go ahead. Share a little bit, Caroline.
All right. Well, I got to thank you, Adrian and George. I've been on a long ride. I came from California. Now I'm here in Texas, for 10 more days. And I have to first share with you guys that I did go to Salt Lake City, saw Daniel Piku and George, and I got some of the new kinetics, and it kept me going. So I went to Aspen, and then I drove down to Albuquerque, and then I flew into Austin. So now I'm here in Austin, and I'm here for 10 days. Well, in this one day, me and Adrian, can I share this, Adrian? We're reviving California. And last night, I think we sent out, I don't know how many invites,
Like 100.
200. And, and we got some of my top mentors, I mean, my upline. who's lazy right now. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, we've talked to him. Well, Adrian talked to him last night. We talked to Cal. We talked to my whole team. We've talked to everybody, and some of the old people, which I'm not going to say names right now, but they are all in for a big party at my house. So we're doing two big events next week, one on Thursday and one on Saturday at my house. And Adrian's going to join me. Right?
I mean, yes, I didn't know how
Okay.
to say no to you because we're literally working together.
I know. So, yeah, you're going to help me fly my dogs back on the jet and we're going to party and
Yeah,
have,
absolutely. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to reviving that area and working with everybody again. You guys, that's what again, we're talking today. It takes one person to say, I'm going to do this. Caroline's like, okay, yep, stuff happened in the past. So what? It's time for me to focus. It's time for me to build a six-figure income here at 3. I'm going to call everybody and let them know we're back. Right. And
I
so
mean,
I
we
went
did my
to
list and we
Mhm.
did everybody's list. I've got an old list. We're reviving them and we put out emails yesterday, two of them, one for a Thursday night event and one for a Saturday morning event.
Mhm.
And my house is under construction, has scaffolding. We don't care.
Yeah. We're doing it anyways. I'm like, okay, she's on the phone with her assistant last night. She's like, I just need you to clean out the kitchen, the living room, and the first area. She's like, just dust it. Get rid of all the dust. I'm like, okay, Caroline, here we go. So you guys, we'll get that
Uh,
out there, but it's going to be in
Let me
Northern.
tell you, can I say something? I'm
Yes,
jealous
huh?
because Caroline is taking you on a private jet.
Yes.
I'm totally
Well,
jealous.
I gotta
Yeah.
say, I'm
When
like, I feel like I'm gonna be one of the dogs, you know? It's like I'll be with her, helping her. She definitely needs some assistance. So we're gonna be getting 3 dogs and a whole bunch of stuff back to California. But I'm so thrilled to be partnered with Caroline again. And Caroline, I'm just gonna publicly say this. You've always been a driver and a leader in that area. And so really, like, regardless of whether upline or downline's been active or inactive, you're it. And so
Yeah.
I'm just really grateful for your work ethic and all the time and energy and money and resources you're putting in to make this happen for yourself. I know it will pay off. So
Yeah. And I gotta thank Irene for sending me over that link
yeah,
because from the Amazon. So yeah, we're getting ready.
We
Watch
absolutely.
love
out.
those letters, don't we? We love
Yeah.
those letters.
West Coast versus Central Coast versus no, West Coast, East Coast. We're going.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. Yep, here we go. So thank you guys for sharing. I appreciate it. Okay, we have 2 more shares. I do want to take a quick moment to recognize, oh my goodness, where's my cowbell? It's probably packed somewhere still from our team party in Salt Lake City. It's in the garage, probably somewhere. But anyways, I want to give a huge shout out. We have a new 3-star on the team. We do. Put your hands together for Mia Rosado. Yay! So,
Yes.
Mia, are you with us? I know I just saw you.
uh,
She's on.
Hi, Mia. I want to hear just like, will you share with us a little bit about your run to 3-star? Oh, you're muted. Here, let me ask you to unmute. Try that. Oh, weird. Do you see that prompt? Let me try one more time.
Okay, yeah.
Hi,
Yay, there
Mia.
she is. All right.
Good
Congratulations.
morning, everybody. This week, everything came together. I signed up 5 people.
There you go.
Yeah. It was like all my hard work finally came together. And I have to tell you, I did a hypnosis. I did like an online hypnosis thing for success. And I had people calling me.
I love this, Mia.
It was something else. One of my BAs is on right now. Her name is Karen Barone,
Hi, Karen.
and she is one of my childhood friends, and she's just totally into nutrition. So it was so great to connect with her, and we're going to be at a bat mitzvah in Florida this like in a couple of months, and we were making plans, and we just were talking, and it's just perfect for her right now. It's really exciting. If you want to say something, Karen, you're welcome to. I don't know if she can be unmuted.
Let me see here. I thought she was. Let me see. One more time.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hello, Karen. Welcome.
Hi. So nice to see everyone on here. I can't believe how many people are on the Zoom call. It's amazing.
Thank you.
And so many successful, high energy people. I love it.
Yay, good. Well, we're
Yes.
excited. Welcome. What made you say yes to 3?
Well, crazy story. Mia calls me up, as she said, just the other day, and her and I, we go down rabbit holes all the time, but we talk about different things. And I was telling her, oh, I'm really like into nutrition right now. I'm reading like 7 different books about nutrition and supplements, and just want to be healthier, just want to learn as much as possible about nutrition. And she's like, you're not going to believe this. She's like, but let me tell you what I'm up to. And it was just, I don't know, fate. I don't know what you want to call it. So we just started talking about different things and all this like similar supplements that I'm taking. And she's like, oh my gosh, our supplements are so amazing. You have to learn about it. So I did get to speak, was it Tammy, right? Mia, Tammy, is her name?
Tammy? Uh-huh.
Yep, she's lovely.
Yeah.
And but before even Tammy got on, because I'm like so thirsty for knowledge, I like watched all the videos that you guys have out there. I went online. I went on the website. I went a deep dive. When I do something, I have to do it like 120%. So I went on, read everything I could about all the different supplements, the skincare products, uh, everything that you guys have. And I was pretty impressed. And I said, oh, I cannot wait to try them. So I'm really about trying them. And really, I feel like once I have a physical knowledge of them and how they work, I'd be so happy to do what I can to help the business grow.
Yeah, that's exactly where it starts. I love that you're doing your due diligence. I love that you're able to see that, really the difference in the products. You'll really feel it when you get it in your body. And that's
Yeah.
how you
Yes,
want to share, right? I
exactly.
always tell people when you get 3 inside of you, you'll know how to share 3, right? Because it has an impact in your daily wellness in your life and in your routine and in your mindset and your focus and, all that. And where there's clarity, there's confidence, right? And that's why we do these calls so we can bring more clarity. And when you have that clarity, then you can go out and be a mouthpiece for 3 and share, the good news of what we have to offer. So I'm so thrilled to have you, Karen, you and your
Thank you.
expertise on this call. And Mia, thank you for building a big team. We're so proud of you. Here you go. It's just the beginning.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you did. I mean, it's not to be overlooked. 3-star is a base foundation for building a multiple 6 and even 7-figure income. You can't do it without, you can't make it without doing that specific rank. So really, really excited for you and thrilled with the new partners you're bringing on board like Karen. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if anybody wants that hypnosis, I
Yeah,
can
I,
put
I
it
just,
in
I
my
just,
little-
I just did it. I just
yeah.
did it. Mia's like, do the hypnosis, and I just did it. And it really does. It really does make you think, and it really does. I'm a big Joe Rogan fan. I love him, and he did it. And so, I'm thinking like, gosh, he's already successful. But you know what? We all can learn something new, and it definitely makes you aware of, what are your goals, right? What do they really look like in the 1 to 5 to 10 year range? And putting that mindset out there, because look how lucky Mia was, right? She just put it out there in the universe and it came back. So I do believe that. So everyone should try it. Mia, send it out. Share the wealth.
I'm sending it out.
Okay,
Yeah,
everybody
I'll
in
put
the
it
chat.
on I'll put on the link after I say this, that I became like a magnet. Like my friend calls me, she's like, I'm on your side of town and I'm at the mall. I'm like, well, did you want to come over? And she says, yes. And I know she's into nutrition. So she comes over and she says, so what's been up? She says, you seem so like you're doing great. And I started I did the presentation for her, and basically it was just magic. It was so magical. I felt like a money magnet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, well, that is so good. Well, I'm so
let me
excited.
get the link for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you put it in the chat because everyone's asking, please send it, put it in the chat. So there we
Yeah.
go.
Sure.
All right, thank you. Okay, we have about 5 minutes for shares. Can each of three of you, do each of you want to just take 1 minute or 2 minutes each? Okay, go ahead, Coach Sutra, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to introduce brand new brand ambassador Leah Kelly out of Tucson, Arizona. I know Leah is on the call, and just want to say congratulations to her. She didn't waste any time. She, that same afternoon, turned around and recruited her first brand ambassador.
I
So
just met
she is
Kenneth
going,
today. Okay. I
she's
know
on
him
fire.
from Jocelyn. He's
Sorry,
like
hold
a
on.
ball of energy and light. So.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, George. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Coach Sutra. And welcome, Leah. Congratulations. And you just enrolled a brand new person. How exciting. You are on a roll already.
Yes,
Thank you.
Go ahead. Do you want, is there anything else you'd like to share? I apologize for you getting cut off. Yeah.
No, hey, I just wanted to just tell everybody, you guys have patience in this business. Patience is the virtue. You guys, we had the very first dinner at conference with Christine. We were in that restaurant, that big long table. There was a group of ladies right next to that table playing cards. Do you guys remember that? Anybody remember that? Well, I went over and I gave them all my business card, and I now have 2 customers as a result.
I know.
So
Wow.
fabulous stuff.
Amazing. Carmen, please mute. There we go. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Coach Sutra. Really appreciate it. Okay, go ahead, Frida.
Yes, good morning. Yeah, we're super excited. We had our first open house in Orlando on Saturday, and it was an amazing turnout.
Wow.
So what happened was the people that were there linked us right back to Jacksonville, Gainesville, and Ocala. So imagine that. And then tonight we have one in what's called Lady Lake, which is close to the Villages. And then we have one on Thursday night, which is in Ocala. So anybody's welcome. Caroline, bring that jet.
Yeah. You guys, why don't you, and I know you do this, Frida, when you guys have events in areas, please put them on the Legacy Makers Facebook page, put the events there, and then just as many local events as you can. You guys can just check it once a day or once a week or something and just go in there and see what events are happening in local to you or where you might know somebody. Maybe you're online chatting with somebody and you're like, oh, I've got an event happening over there. I'd love for you to go check it out. You know, make sure they feel comfortable and connected. So yeah, so thank you so much for doing that. I'm excited. You guys are on a roll. Way to go. Awesome, awesome. Okay, well, I'm excited. We're going to talk a little bit, and there are no accidents, right? And so what's happening here is I wanted to talk about a couple things that come to mind when I think about how to develop yourself in this business, how to have bigger belief much sooner, right? I'll tell you, my first 18 months in this business, I really did not know much about what I was doing. I knew I had a passion. I knew I had a purpose. I knew I wanted to make money. I knew that I wanted to help other people be happy and healthy, but I was kind of systemized and I was kind of believing. And it's just because I didn't have a base for it. I wasn't making big paychecks yet. I was barely, working, I would say, because I was working a full-time job and part-time personal training. And so in my mindset was like, well, if I make more money, that would be great. That's not exactly like manifesting. It's saying, if I do this, that'd be awesome. Whee, right? That's how you know, when you think like that, that's how you know you're building a hobby. It has nothing to do with time, nothing to do with resources, nothing to do with your skill set. It's about what you're saying to yourself. So we're going to talk a little bit about mindset for just a second here. And I want to share with you guys a story about mindset that I think kind of is similar to what was just what happened to me. I was the other guy. Okay, so there's 2 salespeople, and you guys may have heard this before. There's 2 salespeople that are hired for this company. It's a shoe company. And they hire them and they say, we're going to send you to this remote village where no one wears shoes. And the first one's like, okay, fine, I'll go first, that kind of thing. And he heads in there and, he calls back to the company and goes, this is hopeless. No one cares here. They're not excited about shoes. They don't wear shoes. So just, I'm done. Send me home. Right. And then the second sales guy they send out says, oh my gosh, this is incredible. No one here has shoes. Just like you said, I'm selling so many pairs of shoes because I'm providing value, right? Send me everything you've got. I need more shoes, okay? And so it just talks about like the difference wasn't the village, it was the mindset, right? Same circumstances and yet completely different outcomes. And so when we talk about mindset and how important it is in this business, it is important for who? It's important for you, right? Because there's really just 5 key things that I really want to bring home today. And that is that, do you think that salesperson, that second salesperson went in and said, hey, everything has to be perfect for me to make this work? Do you think perfection was a part of his strategy, or do you think it was a part of the first salesperson's strategy? Right? It has to look a certain way. It has to be a certain way. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have some standards. Like if you're hosting an event, yes, we want to put on a beautiful event. We want to make sure we're representing as a brand ambassador 3 appropriately, right? We want to make sure the house is a little bit tidy. We want to make sure the dogs are put away. We want to dress appropriately. We want to look professional, right? We do want to have some of those things, but it's not about perfection. Right? You do not need to be perfect to win in this business, because action beats perfection every single time. It is better to do the imperfect event. It is better to say, I'm not comfortable with presenting it. I'm going to put on a video like what BJ shared. That is appropriate because action beats perfection every time. And I promise you that the people at the top of this company, you guys, they just simply took more imperfect action while others stayed stuck in their heads. Do you feel that? Okay, because I know it like you know it. I know you know it, right? And sometimes in between our 2 ears, we're waiting for this perfect moment or the perfect time to share, or oh my gosh, if I just could carve out this 20 minutes of time where I'm not taking care of kids or doing this or headed to work or having to answer these emails or and then you never take the 20 minutes. And that's honestly, in that 20 minutes, maybe you could have done Mia's manifestation, of hypnosis, and then reached out to one person and it could have worked. You don't know until you do it, right? You don't know until you take action, until you do it. So don't wait to be perfect, right? The second thing is that every no and oh you hear, you need to view as a stepping stone to your next yes. So the only way to lose in this business is if you quit. But how do you quit? Some of you've already quit. You don't intend to reach out to even one person today. It's just not on your schedule. You're too busy, right? Wrong, right? You can spend 5 minutes. You can rehire yourself moment to moment in this business, right? Because we work together as a team. That's true. But I can't come in and do the work for Nicole. I can't come in and do the work for Shannon or Michelle or Mia. They have to do the work, right? But I'm here to support the work. So you've got to get plugged in that way with yourself, where you're saying, hey, you know what? Every effort, that I do, it builds my skills and my confidence. Every no I get builds my skills and my confidence. And like we always say in this industry, right? It's not an N-O, it's always a K-N-O-W. I don't know enough to say yes to you yet. And let me give you an example of that. I was at a networking event this weekend. And I'm out in the halls and, I walk back in and there's this beautiful girl. I mean, she's just absolutely beautiful. And she says, oh my gosh, I've been seeing you walk around the halls and you just carry yourself with such confidence. And I'm like, really? Okay. I mean, I was just like, but I was like, really? So anyways, she says, I'd love to connect with you. And I've got this program that I'm offering. It's going to be really great. It's here in Austin and, it's $7,000. I'm going to send you the link and you can just sign up. And I'm like, okay, I don't know anything about this, and you want me to spend $7,000 with you? I don't know what this conference is about yet. I don't know what you're offering. I don't see the value. And she's like, oh, you'll be fine. Just do it right now. And I'll be like your angel coach. I'm like, what is this chick talking about? Like, I'm looking kind of at the link even, and all it is a sign up. It's a Kartra sign up page. There is no value. There was no sales pitch. I am a salesperson. I want to be sold. And I want to be sold well. Does that make sense? She knew that. What do you do? I'm in e-commerce sales. I build global businesses all over the world. Oh, that would have been her clue to be like, I need to pitch to this woman. Like, she's type A personality, walking around with confidence, right? You guys remember the DISC personalities? She should have known to be direct, right? And that's why we study and we practice things like that together. Had she provided value, who knows? Maybe it would have been click, click, I'll see you at the event. $7,000. I don't care. But pitch me right. You guys are out there worried about your $2,800 package. Stop it. Okay. We are providing value. You're coming in, you send them a presentation, you have them take a look at the information. Not only that, they're eating it. I couldn't have eaten a $7,000 training, yoga, something, whatever. I can't eat that. Right? This is a part of my health. So, and it has the upside potential to earn a 6 and 7 figures. That would have been $7,000 gone or invested if I saw the value. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so that's something I really want you guys to try. So I told her no. Respectfully, I did. I said, but I would be happy to meet with you one-on-one for tea or coffee where we can get to know each other better. Right? I still offered that up to her. She pitched me with a $7,000 product within a 5-minute period, you guys, and didn't even know my name. Don't be that girl. Don't be that guy. Provide value, build relationships first. Hi, my name is Katie. Da 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 da. Right? That's why we teach you the form. Okay. Oops, I just closed out my whole. Are you guys still there? Okay, my page closed out. I was like, for a second there, I thought I just took myself completely off of Zoom. So, okay, the next thing is that when these things are happening, when you guys are getting no's and that's okay, it means you're closer to a yes, but what are you really doing? You are a farmer, right? You are planting seeds. It's not time to harvest yet when you're just planted the seed. If I go in and I plant 100 seeds in a field and I go out and I water them, and then in 48 hours later, I go in and I try to harvest, is there anything to harvest? No, absolutely not. There's nothing to harvest yet, right? So we want to make sure that not only do we water, we make sure it gets sunshine, we plant it in the right area and the right season, right? There's some preparation involved. So when you guys are, my Project 100 list is out there, but when you guys have your Project 100 list in you and you have names on it, my friends, you are planting seeds for a harvest. Why do we do 30, 60, 90 days of action? Thanks, Caroline. Caroline brought me my list, and I don't know if you can see it because my background, but what I'm saying is I've got it here, okay? And I've got my 100s names list, and right now I've got it halfway filled out, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, and I just sent probably 10 voice messages this morning. One of them was to the girl that pitched me this weekend, asking if she'd be open to us meeting up to get to know one another better, right? So I'm planting those seeds so that in 30, 60, 90 days from now, I know I'm bringing on another 5, 10, 20 new people in my organization. Are you with me? Okay. So it's the basics, but it's like the basics on fire because you're doing it. You're actually doing it. Okay. And there's really nothing standing in your way from planting seeds today. Not one thing. Each one of you could sit down and write, you could go through your cell phone and write down 10 names of health-minded people, 10 names of people who've been in the network marketing industry, 10 names of people who you know are business-minded, 10 names of people that you know who have money to invest or would invest in their health or would invest in a growing business. Who is that? I would highlight those people. I would be sending voice messages to each one of those people, or I'd be calling them too. I'd be calling them first, and when they don't answer, you guys, some people might answer, but when they don't answer, how many of you guys raise your hand? You filter phone calls. If they text you, you know it's real. Don't lie. Okay, like we do this in this day and age, right? So you guys, you call. If they don't answer, you send a voice message. If they don't respond to the voice message, you type it out because that means they're too busy to listen or they're in a place where they can't listen and they need to read. Hit them 3 ways. Is that aggressive? Maybe. Or maybe it's just professional. Maybe it's just being professional. Try that on for size. Giving them the information the way that they need it. And not really knowing yet until they get back to you, because guess what? The people that you're looking for are busy. The people you're looking for are engaged in something else because they already are successful. I cannot stress this enough. My dad used to say this to me all the time when I was a kid, and he meant it in other ways, but now as an adult, I see it differently. He used to say to me that the 5 people you hang around the most are who you'll end up being like. He would say, you need to surround yourself with thoroughbreds. Does everyone know what a thoroughbred is? It's a beautiful horse. It's an expensive horse. It's horses that care about themselves. They take care of them and they make money for people who ride them, right? It's a thoroughbred. Okay. You need to find your board of directors. Yes, your 10 board of directors, but you need to make sure that that top 10 list that you crack out today to connect with, that they are thoroughbreds. They actually will make a difference for you. They're people you actually want to partner with. It's not just your next customer. And I say that with love because you can always go get another customer. Yeah. Yeah, you can always go get another customer, but you're looking over the next 90 days. Remember, I told you on last week's call, I said you need to reset your goals. It's January and July for Q3 and Q4. We're in it. We're in it. So you don't have the luxury of waiting. You got to go out and find your new board of directors, right? So that's what's going to be key there. Okay. So get that going, plant those seeds because you guys, with the consistency that you show them that you have, right? You have that consistency now, not tomorrow, not the next day, not in the past. I don't care what you did 6 months ago. I love you, but I don't. It's time to move forward. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do the next 6 months, the next 5.5, really? Because we know that when the holidays come around, people stop working. You need to plant seeds now for July and August because come September, October, November, boom, it is harvest time, my friends. Like you can't imagine. And you're going to still build and you're going to enroll right now. But I'm telling you, the more, if you go through 100 names in the next 30, 60, 90 days, you're going to have what I call 20/20 vision, which is a base for a 6 and 7 figure income. And this might be a little scary for some of you, especially if you're brand new. So close your ears if you're not like high level yet. Okay. And it's okay. So, but close your ears. If you want to earn a 6-figure income in 3, you want to recruit 20 people down your left team and 20 people down your right team. And you do not want to stop until out of that 20, you have at least 4 to 5 builders. Yeah, you heard me right. We count everybody, but not everybody rises to the top. Only the cream rises to the top of the milk. Are you with me? Okay. So you go recruit 20, you recruit another 20. And some of you guys don't give me that where you're like, I already did that. Do it again. I'm doing it again. Do it again. Go do it again. How much money do you want to make? I'm not content at 4-star. It's nice, but it's not what George and I are used to. You make sense? I'm with you. My sleeves are rolled up. I'm planting seeds. I plan to harvest. Got it? Okay. You're like, whoa, Adrianne is straight talk today. Woo! Here we go. Well, I can't tell you to go that it's January and July and to set your goals, but I'll give you a path, right? So what I want you to know is even if you've never done this before, you do have everything that you need inside of you, tools, the team, the community, the resources. You have everything you need to succeed right now. And if you're not feeling like, oh my gosh, I can do this, I want you to borrow my belief. I want you to borrow my belief. Or I want you to borrow your upline's belief, the person that brought you on, your sponsor's belief. I want you to borrow the belief of the person that you admire the most in this industry. I want you to act like you're Christine Peterson. I want you to act like you're Kim Wee. I want you to ask yourself, WWKD, what would Kim do today? What would Kim Wee do today? Right? That's what I ask myself. You got to put it on, put the hat on, even before you feel like it. So what does that bring me to? It brings me to that it's decision day today, and I'm very serious about this because we're midway through July, and I don't want to leave anybody behind when we hit momentum come 2026. This 6-month stretch, and you'll hear my passion, right? Sometimes passion is a good thing. Passion is 2 things. Passion is both love and hate. Do you have a disdain for where you're at right now because you have a desire to be somewhere different? Let that be your purpose. Do you love where you're at, but you want more? Are you okay if 3 helps you buy your next car? Are you okay if 3 helps you get on that cruise? Are you okay if 3 helps you replace one of your incomes? Are you okay if 3 starts paying for your mortgage? Are you okay if 3 gets you that piece of land or that, farm or whatever it is that you guys are looking for? Are you okay if it allows you to travel for free? Are you all right getting on a private jet? Are you okay? That's why I want you to set your goals. Where is your vision board? You need to make a decision today because you don't have time. I'm setting you up for success now. I need you to hear me on this. I know I'm being very serious, but these next 2 weeks of July need to be done, and they need to be done well. You've got to rally these next 2 weeks so that you drive depth and momentum into your organization through Q3 and Q4. And then come January, you're going to be like, holy crap, my life doesn't look the same. Not in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that I would be a 3-star elite, that I would be a 4-star, that I would be a pro. Not in my wildest dreams could I imagine doing 20 cycles. Irene Smith is almost at 20 cycles. Give her a big hand. Right? You guys, I'm telling you, you've got to put the work in. You want to be Club 20. We call that when you earn 20 cycles because you're almost to pro. Okay? Let me set your sights right. If you want to earn consistently, and this isn't quite accurate because it's a rank I'm going to give you versus the cycles, but 55 to the sky's the limit is a 3-star pro per year, 55K per year. You want to be a consistent pro. If you want to be consistent 8 to 12,000 plus, you want to be a multiple 6-figure earner, you need to be a 3-star elite. You just need to know that. Okay. It's not going to replace doing the work. It's just for you to put on your vision board. Okay. If you want to be a 4-star, you're earning a $250,000 a year, roughly. Okay. So if you want to be a 5-star, you're earning $500,000 a year plus. Because again, the reason I'm saying plus and not giving you a definite is because we have those leadership matching bonuses. Yes. And so as your leadership develops and grows, you actually can make more in the leadership bonuses than sometimes even the cycles. And you're like, how am I getting paid this much money? Wow. Wow. I met with a guy this weekend at this networking event too. His name's Brandon. He was talking about his biggest failures. Now, this is a guy that's net worth is $50 million. He owns a gold mine. He used to be in crude oil. He had a NASCAR team with 50 Cent. Do you guys know 50 Cent, the rapper? He had a NASCAR team with 50 Cent. He said he lost $18 million on that deal with NASCAR, but it was the most fun he'd ever had in his life. Okay. You guys, he shared all of his failures. He's like, I've been through 2 divorces. He's like, I have lost businesses. I built some, lost some. I got cut out of my first cut of the first business that I built. He goes, but my whole job was to hire myself out of every position I was in. How do you hire yourself out of this business? Your leaders need to rank. Your leaders need to rise up. How do you not be, you can be the biggest person in the room standing in the back because your team are the people filling that stage. That's my goal. I want to be a very high achieving rank because my people, who's my people? Who's George Nice people? You are. You're on that stage building an incredible business. Okay. It's about connecting. It's about presenting. It's about following up. It's about doing that over and over and over again right now and planting those seeds to get you to a place, somebody's calling me, to get you to a place where you don't have to think so much or worry so much. You have what I like to call peace of mind. Peace of mind. So we have to pull out all the excuses. I don't want to hear it. I know you guys, some of you guys, your backs are against the wall. I know some of you guys, your credit cards are maxed out. I know some of you guys are all in. Promise, I understand. I mean, we can compare stories. I got it. I've been there, right? So we've been there. So I need you guys to, and I don't know if you saw this post, but I said, let it go, let it go. Okay. I don't want to sing to you today, but whatever you need some more, wine with that cheese or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, let it go. Let it go. You lost a leader, let it go. You got things moved around, let it go, right? You've got people that said no to you, let it go and start fresh today. It is Monday. It is Monday, July 14th. We are halfway through July. And that's why I wanted to have this serious, fun talk with you today, because it's serious because we're going to do it. It's fun because we're going to celebrate in 6 months from today what you've accomplished. Okay. So, let's get going. And I know that was like, you're like, whoa, Adrianne, that's, kind of crazy. But I want you to know that everybody pays their dues in this industry. There are people on this call that have put in 10, 20, 30 years in this industry. And they're a part of 3. Think about that. Why would somebody with 10, 20, 30 years say yes to 3? I'll give you one word: opportunity. They see what's coming. They understand the compensation plan. Even if you're new and you don't get, they understand the compensation plan. They know why they're here. They can see that this is their next moment. They are going to ride this wave of wealth. They're not going to, take a break or tell themselves that they can do something better later, or I can wait another 24 hours. No. You decide to go all in today, and not after you feel ready, today, because your future self is counting on the action that you take right now. What you do today and over the next week and 2 weeks of July, planting the seeds, going through your Project 100, just taking the hits. Who did I talk to the other day? I was on the phone with one of you guys. I can't remember who it was. And you were telling me about all your no's. And I was like, okay. And I said, wow, you've been hit. Like you were like the girl standing in the ocean where the break's happening. And it's like, bam, bam. She's taking the nose. Okay. She's taking the nose. And she's like, well, I don't like it. I said, then go get a yes. Go get a yes. Decide you're going to get a yes. Just act as if, right? That you've provided enough value. It's hard when you're in that spot to say maybe you didn't provide enough value yet. And it's time to share another story, another material, get them on another call, help them join this call, right? So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys today. But I want to say, and I know this is kind of a little bit in depth, but it's a little deep. But when we talk about paying our dues, there is a really famous story about a young man, and he asked this really, really high top mentor. He's like, I want to hire you. He goes, you can't afford me. And he goes, why? He goes, because you're not serious. And he goes, well, I'll give it my all. I'll volunteer. I'll do whatever you want. I'll show up, blah, blah, I'll be your best person. And he says, let me teach you something. Let me teach you one thing. All right. And he goes, okay. He goes, come with me. He goes, I'm going to teach you the secret to success. And the mentor took him down to a river and he said, I want you to walk in the river. And the kid's like, okay, like, sure, whatever you say. So he walks in the river with him and the mentor says, I'm not going to leave you alone, but you're not going to like it. And he goes, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, I'll walk out with you. So he walks in the river with him. And all of a sudden he grabs him by his shoulders and he puts him under the water. And you can imagine, I mean, the young man is like, oh my gosh, this guy's trying to kill me and he's struggling and he's kicking and, all this kind, he's panicking, right? He's panicking. And so the mentor lifts him up and he looks him in the face and he's gasping for air. And the mentor said to him, when you want success as badly as you wanted the air, you'll have it. That's how you know you're on the right track, because nothing will stand in your way from survival. Are you with me? Okay, so we're having this talk today because we have a 6-month run. We're a little more than halfway through the year, yeah? And we've got to get through a Project 100 together to find the next 10 board of directors, to build out the volume. I don't want you focused on just the rank of 3-star elite. I want you to know it's there. I want it up on your vision board. I want you to know it's a 6-figure income, but I want you to develop your leadership. As soon as you bring somebody on board, help them get their 3. We've got to do that basic duplication. We've got to get them to core 3 as fast as possible, because once you do, your business will never look the same. You will be like, oh my gosh, you'll be like standing at the leadership event in January, being asked to speak about your story, your success story that you're creating right now. Has to start now. Okay. All right. You've got the timing. You've got the goals. All right, you guys are already awesome. We've already celebrated some huge wins today. Keep doing that, okay? If you're winning, keep doing that. If you don't feel like you're winning yet, you got to drive these basics home, okay? All right, so heavy inspiration, build like you need air, because you do. Some of you guys, you're like, oh, money's not that important. I'm like, girl, money is right up there with air, because if you don't have it, life's not comfortable. When you have it, it's comfortable. Do you want to have peace of mind? Yes? Go for the money. Go for the money. Build it big. All right. I know we went over time today by a little bit, but I'm so glad everyone got to share. I hope you guys all got a piece of value out of this today, something you're very excited about, something that makes you go. Recruit 10 people at least, okay? Get your board of directors, recruit 10 people over the next 30, 60, 90 days or less. right? If you're Antoinette, you're calling 10 people a day, that's going to happen in 30 days, right? Or less. So make sure you guys are focused on what your numbers are. If you've never done it before, you need to reach out to 3 today. Okay? If you're like, I'm not doing it, I'm not there yet. Reach out to 3 people and say, hey, I'm super excited about this proactive wellness company I just partnered with. Can I send you a video about it and follow up with you? Do that. Or book them to the next event. Any activity, imperfect works. All right, my friends. Okay. Thank you so much for being on. We'll see you later. Have a great day. Let's get it. Woo woo. You got it. Everything you already need's inside of you. Okay. All right. We'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. And see you on the global call tonight. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Love it.
Yay. Good.
Yeah. You're the bomb.
Let's go. You got this.